Aloha, everybody. Welcome back to my Q&A. We got a lot of questions this week, which was good. We're picking up the questions and a lot of different variations of the questions. A lot that I haven't gotten, that I've never gotten. So, this is definitely a very, very good Q&A. So let's get started because I want to keep it under 10 minutes. First question is from Tyler. Do you think your farts smell worse in the shower? And the answer is yes, they smell way worse in the shower. Tyler was actually the one that explained to me why farts smell worse in the shower. Something with the hot air mixed with the gastric, elements, blah, 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 a lot worse. Next question is from Sean. You and Sebastian travel all over the U.S. How do you guys work enough hours to keep up with that kind of travel? Now it seems like we do travel a lot. We are all over the U.S. But a lot of the times that our further travels that we do are much more spaced out. It might seem like, just the other month or week you were in this state, now you're in this state. A lot of the time, since Pennsylvania is nicely located to a lot of different states like New York, Jersey, Delaware, those ones are easily obtainable. They're a short distance away, and then these further travels, like we were just in North Carolina where we successfully defended the tag team titles, the AIWF tag team titles. We spaced those kinds of trips out, months in advance. I believe that the last time that we took a trip down south was in August or July of I believe August. So they're a couple months apart. So we do make sure that we space out our travels, but once it picks up to where that's just all we're doing, then that's all we're doing. Next question is from Dylan. What's the best title you've ever won? And I can't specifically put which title, what's my favorite title or the best title I've ever won. I mean, I've won heavyweight titles, but in some cases, winning the heavyweight title in some companies doesn't mean as much to me as winning different titles in other companies. Like for instance, let's say hypothetically speaking, I win the heavyweight title for LVW, Lehigh Valley Wrestling. Down the road, if I win the Intercontinental title in WWE, that might be. I'm not saying that WWE Intercontinental title is way higher than LVW. It's such a hard thing to explain. But the titles, they mean more to me for different reasons. Like I was very proud to be the LVW Heavyweight Champion because that was my hometown. I'm also very proud to be the AIWF World Tag Team Champions with Sebastian Cruz because AIWF is one of those companies that gave me my start. So each title is very different, so I can't pick which title means the most to me, so I apologize. My next question is from Scott. Have you ever injured your pancreas? And the answer is no. I've never injured my pancreas. And I apologize to you if you feel the pain. My next question is from Mike. Do you get tired of answering the same questions every week? And it doesn't. I don't get tired of it. I get annoyed by it when people will ask me the same variation of a question. And some of those people that do ask me, it's not really their fault because they might ask a question one week and then, a couple weeks later don't notice that somebody else has asked a question. So some people it's not their fault, but sometimes it does get a little irritating, but that's that just happens. So got to deal with it. Next question is from Kyle. How awesome is Matt Carolyn? For those of you who don't know, Matt Carolyn is my best friend. Very, very best friend. We've been friends since we were 5 years old, so we're going on, we're going on 19 years of friendship. That is a long, long time. Matt and I have watched wrestling since we were little kids. He's not really into it anymore. He's kind of grown out of it. But when we were really little, we used to take all the action figures and, create Royal Rumbles and, Nani, knock it off. Sorry, my dog's being a pest. We used to play with all our action figures. We used to get the pay-per-views and watch guys like Papa Shango and Tatanka, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels growing up. So it was a big variation of who we used to watch. Sorry, she's really being a pest over there. She's making her own bed. She's getting comfy. But Matt Carolyn, awesome. Scale of 1 to 10, 55. Love that guy. Miss you, bro. See you at Christmas. Next question is from Joshua. If you could choose another sport to play and excel at, what would it be? And it's hard to say because since I've gotten into wrestling, it's such a hard sport to get out of because you get so addicted to it. But the thing that I don't like about wrestling is, how much of a toll that my body is taking. And I'm not looking forward to how my body is going to be down the road, but this is the life I chose. So it would be hard to pick a sport that I would want to excel at. I really liked playing basketball when I was in high school, but I felt like I was better at baseball, but I lost the heart for baseball earlier because of an injury, and I just had a really bad season. So, and I really like golf. It's just so frustrating. Golf is such a frustrating sport, but I would pick golf actually because then you could play golf for God knows how long. You could be there's a senior PGA. Come on. So I would pick golf. I like golf. It's relaxing, yet frustrating, but you can do it for a long time and you can make good money. So golf. Next question is from Larry, and I apologize, but you asked me like 4 questions, and like Jen said, you only get one. And that's not fair to everybody else if I answer all of them. So I'm just going to answer your first one. Do Hawaiians really fly? And only the ones that are of average to less weight. The ones that are kind of heavier to the ground, they don't really fly. Next one's from Greg. If you could tell us one secret of the wrestling business, what would it be? It's kind of hard because the wrestling business has been so exposed, so it's kind of hard to tell you guys what the secret, or a secret, excuse me. But something that I can tell you that maybe not a lot of people know is there is a lot of backstabbing in the wrestling business that not a lot of people know about. I've been victim to it, and I've also, I'm not gonna lie, I've also been on the other side of it. It's something that I'm not proud of, but that's a secret. Guys will basically do anything to get that next step, and sometimes it's justified, sometimes it's not, but that's how the business goes sometimes, and sometimes even if you're right, you gotta bite your lip and just deal with it, and sometimes when you're wrong, you just gotta bite your lip and deal with it, so it's just a exhausting business, but for some reason I love it. Next question is from Nate. What's your favorite concert you've gone to? My favorite concert I've gone to was this summer. It was Seether, 3 Days Grace, Papa Roach, and there were some other ones. Apocalyptica. Who else was there? Alter Bridge was there. Love going to those concerts. The summer concert was awesome. Way better than the first concert I went to at the beginning of the summer was way better than the second one I went to because Seether was not they were like second to headliner in the first one, so they got to play a lot longer. So that was one of the main reasons. But Papa Roach, phenomenal in concert. Love Papa Roach in concert. They really made that one better than the first one. Next one is from Jason. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I wish I wasn't so hard on myself. I wish I wasn't such a perfectionist. But then again, at the same time, being the devil's advocate, that's I believe what helped me push me further in my career than most people. But there's some instances where I wish I wasn't so hard on myself because I think it's taken away from my relationship with my girlfriend and friends, and it's such a hard thing. But growing up, and not hearing good feedback about the things that I would do, and then relationship wise, I haven't had much luck until now. At least, God, I hope so. Growing up has made it rough, so that's why I'm such a perfectionist. But I would probably just not be so hard on myself. That's probably one thing I would change. Next one is from James. Would you ever change your gimmick? And I don't really have a gimmick. It's just a name. And and the name is even true. Kekoa is my real name. The Flying Hawaiian was a nickname that was given to me, and I believe that I have, some jumping abilities. So I don't have a gimmick. I don't go out there and pretend that I'm something that I'm not. When I believe that I am one of the best in the wrestling business, I firmly believe that with hard work and determination, I really feel that way. So it's not a gimmick. There's no gimmick. This is who I am. And sometimes that's kind of hard to sell to promoters, but I'm working on it. Last two questions, Nikki. Why do you think the tag team wrestling has become less popular? I believe that there's too much of a demand for people want to choose one guy. Like they want to pick that one guy and then cheer for that person, such as John Cena, such as Randy Orton, such as Alberto Del Rio, for example. Like, it's just one guy. I think people have gotten away from the tag teams because the tag team, industry, or excuse me, the tag team rosters haven't been pushed as the way they used to be in the past. And I think that time has been taken away from the tag team wrestling on TV, so I think that's why it's becoming less and less popular. But, I heard the K-Cup, ECWA's K-Cup was very popular. I heard great reviews from it, so hopefully that tag team wrestling is making a return. Last question, Brian, why are you so conceited? I'm not going to answer this because I actually saw you today, and I already told you that I was going to bash you on here, but I'm going to be nice. But I'm going to challenge you. Next week, ask me a true question, because I know you were just throwing a question out there. So ask me something for cereal. Ask me a serious question. I'm not even going to answer this one. But thank you, everyone, very much, for taking part in my Q&A. Great questions this week. A lot of questions. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you guys are, I can't say this enough, to follow me on Twitter, at Kekoa FH. The reason that I keep saying it is because everyone wants to see backstage photos, personal pics, stuff that goes on the road. Like, I'm on the road all the time with my friends, and you just see like the most ridiculous pictures. If you haven't noticed, I uploaded a picture of Sebastian Cruz on the toilet. I mean, that was hilarious. The picture, him just looking at the camera, was hilarious. This is the kind of stuff that I post on Twitter. The reason I don't post it on Facebook is because Facebook I'm using more to just get out there of what shows I'm doing, where I'm going to be at, blah, blah, blah. But alright, that's it. Follow me on Twitter. Keep up on Facebook. Still got some merchandise left. Message me. I'll be in Brooklyn tomorrow for ECPW, and I'll be in Allentown for WXW on Saturday at Mountainville Memorial Hall. So I hope I see everyone this weekend. Thank you again, and aloha.